Are you guys ready for this? I'm so good. I feel so good. I hope you guys are feeling good tonight. This is going to be a great event. For those of you who are just joining us, remember you can take a screenshot of the screen right here because we've got meetings every single day. This business and this opportunity is so much fun that we can't stop sharing. We are telling everybody about it from far and wide every single day. I'm going to have a couple special guests with me tonight. I have the best team on the planet. They are such light workers and just warriors for health and wealth and financial freedom. So they're going to be joining me tonight. We're going to get started here just in about 1 minute. So you still have 1 second to pull out your phone and text it to 3 more people. Everybody grab your phone and text it. Remember, this is network marketing. So we've got to get to work on texting people that we love and care about. Just while I was sitting here, I sent out 8 text messages as quickly as I could. So we are going to get the party started in just a few seconds. Hit that phone one more time. You never know when it's the moment where someone says, you know what, I can actually get on tonight. I'm going to hop on that, right? I love it. Someone's raising their hand. Yeah, y'all should raise your hands if you are texting it out right now as we go through this. And remember, there's always the opportunity meetings. These are going to be standing every single Monday night. Tonight, I get to be your host, but every single Monday night, you're going to get to hear the best leaders in the field, the people that are out there sharing the message and helping others to win. And then, of course, on Wednesday night, we have Steve and Jean and Onyx with that awesome Wednesday night meeting with the testimonies. Don't miss it. Friday, they started a brand new meeting at 12 Eastern time, and that is a short meeting. So for somebody who's got a quick 25 minutes, that's the meeting to hop on if you've got a short window and you want to attend during daytime hours. And then, of course, every single Saturday, they got the 90-day launch to senior director. We want everybody on this to go senior director. All right, you guys, it's officially 7 Central, 8 Eastern. The party begins now. This is a patch party. So for all of you that are watching that have your patches, let's go ahead and apply our patch. We all have to apply our patch, right? This is actually an active party. So what that means is you guys are going to be doing this with me. I love to put mine right there. That's a great place to put your patch. It just seems to bring everything together right there. Again, I will have some special guests tonight. I'm going to have my friend Jaime. He's incredible, leading a team of incredible light workers out of California and all over the country. And then I've got my dear friend Connie from up here in North Dakota. She is a professional dog groomer, light worker, Aruba trip winner, and has enrolled probably 180 people. She's incredible. And then I've got my friend Tammy Olson from northern Minnesota out there, patching everybody at work. So we're going to have special guests tonight. Let's get this thing going. So the biggest question is, have you been patched yet? So all of you who just got on, I love this patch. If you don't know me, my name's Renita Brannan. Scott and I, my husband, we're up here in Bismarck, North Dakota, and we are senior presidential directors. We're so honored to be part of Onyx and Steve and Gina's team. We hit the ground running. I saw a miracle with my own father. My father was experiencing oozing legs, just edemic legs. If you know somebody with edema, oozing legs, he's 80 and was suffering with that for about 7 months straight. And a friend of mine had actually sent me some patches because she thought it might help with my mom's Parkinson's. She's up in Canada, my friend, and she said it helped with her neighbor lady's Parkinson's. And so, of course, I got the patches. I didn't even know what they were. They were in a baggie. And I just took them to my mom and dad's and I said, put this patch on. And once you know it, our miracle started on day 11 when I walked into my mom and dad's house and my mother was walking without her walker at 8:30 in the morning. And she came bebopping out of her bedroom with her cute polka dot pajamas. And she said, hey, Nita, do you want me to make you some eggs? And I was like, who is this woman? Like I said, Mom, where is the walker? And she said, I don't need it. It's in the bedroom. And I was thinking, since when haven't you needed your walker in the morning hours? For anybody watching, if you have a loved one with Parkinson's, the morning hours are sometimes hard, right? And in that moment, my dad had been dealing with these legs. So I actually said to my father, get over here. We're going to put one of these patches on you. And he said, I thought it was for your mother's Parkinson's. I said, I don't know what it's for, But if it did that to mom, it's going to do something for you. And so I put it on my 80-year-old father. And you guys, we saw my dad was a one patch miracle. Some of you watching tonight are going to be a one patch miracle. Some of you are going to be a 3-patch miracle. Some of you might be a 20-day patch miracle. It might take longer. Just depends on how much inflammation you have. Just depends on how hydrated you are. But my dad, the very next day we came back, and guess what? Those edemic legs looked like that little Marine's chicken legs again. My dad's Marine chicken legs were back, and I was rejoicing and praising the Lord. And in that moment, we knew that we were going to do this thing between my mom and my dad. So for those of you out there waiting for your own testimony, go start patching people around you. They're probably going to have a testimony before you have one, just like my parents did. So with that being said, have you been patched yet? So make sure you talk to the person that invited you on this tonight. They are your sponsor. They loved you enough to share this incredible life-changing technology with you. So as soon as you're done with this, make sure you get a hold of that person and say, okay, I want this. I'm ready to get going. And I'm going to show you the best way to get started. So, you know, the best way to get started is, for me, how many of you know the most affordable way? How many of you like to save money? Just raise your hand right there. I like to save money. We've got kids, we've got one in college, 2 boys at home, and gas is expensive and eggs are really expensive right now. So we are fired up about the opportunity side of this patch as well. So, you know, why are we wearing this X39 patch? This is what it comes in. It comes in a sleeve just like this, you guys. And when you get that, you're basically going to get a 30-day supply of these patches. So if you haven't seen them yet, I already put mine on earlier. For those of you who are just joining in, there it is. Get yourself patched up, baby. The X39 patch is the only stem cell activation patch in the world. Now listen, I have been in health for 25 years. You guys, I've got 25 fitness certifications. I'm a certified nutrition coach. You know, I was on the news in North Dakota. I was the NBC health and fitness expert. So I was on TV up here for about 8.5 years, had my own segment on TV. I feel like when I discovered this patch, I had been living under a rock, because for those of you that know about LifeWave, the company is nearly 20 years old, right? And David Schmidt is incredible, and we'll get into him in a second, but this patch is a game changer. This company's been around for 20 years. They had all sorts of patches that David Schmidt has created. They're all phenomenal. But honestly, everything changed with LifeWave 3 years ago when David Schmidt launched the X39 patch. And the X39 patch is the stem cell activation patch. So just ask yourself this question: do I want my stem cells activated? Do I want to increase my number of stem cells in my body? That's what I ask everybody. I ask people, what do you know about stem cells? And then I let them answer, right? Most people don't know that much. If they know a little something, it could be positive, it could be negative. So what we really do very quickly, I educate them in about 30 seconds on how incredible this technology is. So the faster you age, the more you're aging, the less stem cells you have, okay? And as you know, think about this. The aging process is not that great. You know, when you were 20, you felt great when you got out of bed. When you're 45, you might have some aches and pains and some gray hair, right? And so, you know, maybe you're a person that says, gosh, I'm sick all the time, or after I had COVID or, you know, the vaccine, I didn't recover as fast. Maybe you're that person, or maybe you have an aging loved one like my aging parents. When I put the patch on and I literally saw miracles happen with both my mom and dad. Maybe you're that person, or maybe you're an athlete. Our 3 sons are 22, 16, and 14, and they are all ripped and incredibly healthy. Thank you, Jesus. And incredible athletes, incredible athletes. And our boys wear the patch to practice. They wear it after practice. They wear it in recovery. So this is not just if, like, you're older. This is for the people who are healthy, who want to maintain their health, who want to have faster recovery. So at age 30, I don't know if any of you are 30 on this, but if you're 30 on this, you have about a 60% reduction in your stem cell activity. 60% reduction, okay? And at age 60, not sure if any of you are 60, but you're going to lose almost all of your stem cell activity. And this is why by the time you're 80, like my dad, 80-year-olds have like a 95% reduction of stem cells. So when I put that patch on my father at 80, I swear to God, my poor dad only had a couple stem cells circulating in his bloodstream, and that's why it works so efficiently. So this patch is so incredible. I want to bring on a quick guest. my friend, her name is Connie Erlin. She's from up here in North Dakota. Now, Connie is so incredible because Connie loves animals. Connie is a professional dog groomer up here in North Dakota. So for those of you that are dog lovers out there or animal lovers, you're going to love Connie's testimony because Connie is grooming dogs. She's patching dogs and she's patching their people that go along with it. So we're going to see if we can find Connie here real quick as I'm going through it so we can unmute Connie. Let's see, Connie, where are you? Boy, there's a lot of you on here tonight. Thanks for getting on. Well, our friend is looking for Connie. I'm just going to keep rolling here. So as soon as Connie's live, just chime in, Connie. We want to hear about the dogs, the people, and the pets, and how it's working in the dog grooming world, because Connie's had remarkable results. So how does this X39 work, you guys? You know, you might say, how does this thing working like on your dad's legs and your mom's Parkinson's and on these athletes, and how is it working? Well, honestly, you guys, the patch is only made of like 6 natural ingredient organic materials. We're talking like water, salt, oxygen. These are all naturally occurring ingredients. And what happens is it forms like this nanocrystal in the patch. And because our bodies are naturally made of heat and made of light, when you put the patch on, the patch absorbs your own body heat, and then it stimulates this basically like this light to go back into your body and activate different peptides. And the peptide that the X39 patch activates is called the GHKCU, and that actually activates our own stem cells. Connie, are you alive?
I am. I am unmuted.
Awesome. Connie, share with us. I know you are working this business. You're down in Reno, Nevada right now. You got out of the cold North Dakota, praise the Lord. Tell us what you're seeing with this patch, girl. We love you.
Oh my gosh. I am seeing so many miraculous things. It's unbelievable. And it's funny that you said that I got out of the North Dakota cold to Reno. Reno is the exact same temperature as North Dakota right now. They haven't seen this kind of cold temperatures for ever. So
I love it.
it's
I
just
love
funny.
it.
But the sun is shining and we're blessed and we're very, very happy.
So Connie, tell us how long you've been part of LifeWave. Tell us what you've seen. Like, I know you've seen a ton of miracles, just like we have miracle inboxes every day that you're sharing. Like, tell us about it.
Okay. So yeah, I've been with LifeWave almost 7 months now. So literally every single day, it's just like you, I am getting inboxes, emails, texts of things that are happening with people within 4 days to 10 days to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. While in Reno, I've patched everyone I can get my hands on, and I've had a couple one patch miracles. One of them was a pickleball player. Woo! And an avid pickleball player, and he pulled his groin, and he was also an avid hockey player. So very, very bad groin pull. He thought it was kind of hogwash, whatever. Anyways, he patched himself and he couldn't believe it. Within minutes, his groin pull was better.
Oh,
so I'm like, woohoo!
Yes.
And another one down here while we were in Reno was another one patch miracle was this gal that has had MS since 1990. I think she was misdiagnosed for a long, long time. She's just frail. It just broke my heart to see her, literally. And she's skeptical and she's still leaning towards her neurologists and doctors, and that's fine. I just try to encourage her to look to other avenues and other modalities of healing. And she did take the sample patch and she patched herself, and I saw her the next morning and she said, okay, this is the first time since 1990 that she slept through the night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Connie. Yes.
Yeah. So that's just in Reno. And literally in the last 6 months, this has happened. My gosh, 100 times, 200 times. I mean, I really can't count the times this has happened.
Yeah. Tell us about John, your husband. John, I'm sure, is with you right now. And I'm so proud of you for going down there and helping Reno get on the map. Tell us about John.
He's been my IT guy. So every presentation that we've had, I've made the crowd applause for him for being my IT guy.
I love it. Tell us what happened with John's diabetes, because that's such a miraculous story that so many people, I mean, we know type 2 diabetes is prevalent in the United States, but John's actually has type 1. So can you share a little what happened with him?
Yep, he's been a type 1 for 33 years. So those that aren't knowledgeable, type 1, you're insulin dependent, your pancreas does not work. So he has to give himself units of insulin after every meal, and he takes a long lasting shot of insulin right away in the morning that will last him throughout the day. And it was probably 3 weeks in, he said, I'm not feeling anything. I don't think anything's happening. And I'm like, you know what? Something's healing inside. Let's just hang on. Let's give it 90 days. And it was probably week 5, 6 that he started experiencing extreme low blood sugars. And for those that know, it's a very scary situation. It's unnerving because it can go south really fast.
Right.
So we had to like really adjust his insulin. We've had to and actually our diet didn't change. We're really good eaters, clean eaters. We don't eat processed food. We don't drink sodas and all that sort of thing. So it was bizarre to us that this was happening just from the patch. Anyways, but so we've had to adjust his insulin daily. So at the time that the lows started happening, he was having 6 to 8 a day and maybe 2 through the night. So that's like a total of 10 throughout the day. Yeah. So yeah, now
so that was meaning, for those of you that don't understand that, that means that John's body didn't need all that insulin that he was pumping in anymore because it was making his blood sugar too low.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? So they had to adjust it. So yeah.
Yeah, he's been used to whatever we eat. He knows how many units to take. And that it's just been a norm. And now, and like I said, our diet hasn't changed. And since the patch, he's experiencing these lows and now has had to really, really adjust his insulin extremely. And
so how much
it's been
less do you
scary.
think he's taken?
Oh, 50% less.
So this guy, I always think when I see John, is his pancreas starting to work again?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on over there, right?
Right.
So,
yep. And I actually shared this in Reno. I'm like, we can't make any medical claims, but I truly believe that there's something is happening in his pancreas for sure.
Incredible, Connie. So I know that you have to get to the meeting because you've got one down there in Reno. Tell everybody how many people you've sponsored and how you've done that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm unsure now at the number. I think I might be at maybe 170, 180. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to even look at my own back office because I'm building a team. I'm helping Mary down here in Reno and she's on fire. We've enrolled
how many has
11,
she sponsored since you got
11,
down there?
11 since we've been here. In 2 days. In 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah. I love
so
it.
basically, I'm doing exactly what Onyx Coale gave us, the 331. The hugest thing I can tell everyone is follow up. Don't stop, be persistent until you get a hard no.
Yep, that's it, Connie. And Connie's going to keep patching. Any miraculous things you want to share about dogs? Because I know you groom them all day, every day, typically.
Yeah, actually, there's been 2 that have had those fatty, kind of cysty tumors or whatever. Actually, one of them is my dog, Katie Girl, and she's had it probably, gosh, John, oh God, 9 years, maybe. She's 14. She'll be 15 in February. Bless her little heart. She's my sweet girl. And she's had this fatty tumor in her chest. We've talked to the vet and everything. And I've been a dog groomer for 33 years, so I know what is dangerous and what isn't. Right. But it's been about the size of a golf ball. So every time I'm done patching, and I have put new X39 on her, but when I've taken my patch off after my 12 hours, I've applied it to her and I have put new ones on her, but her fatty tumor is less, at least 60% less than it was.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard other tumor stories in dogs' mouths. So I just knew you probably had a dog story because you grew them all the time. So
absolutely.
Connie, we love you. We're so thankful. Connie won the free trip to Aruba. She was top 20 and she's just amazing. I can't wait to see her and John on the beach. Have fun down there in Reno, girl. Thanks for hopping on. I love you. God bless you.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
All right. So you guys, let's keep going with how this works. LifeWave is incredible. The company is a 19-year-old company, like I told you earlier. For those of you that don't know, David Schmidt actually was contracted by our United States government to create a patch or a wearable technology for the Navy SEALs. This is like 20 years ago. And David Schmidt, once you get around him, you realize this guy is natural. If he can find a way for nature to win with your health, he's going to implement it. So when he invented this technology for the Navy SEALs, he didn't want to use caffeine. He didn't want to use ephedra. He didn't want to use a substance that was going to create like more adrenaline, right? So what he created was a patch that actually the Navy SEALs wore that helped them to get through Hell Week with strong energy, no accidents, and it was just an incredible success. And so that was the very start of LifeWave. From there, that patch was taken over and used on the United States female Olympic swim team during the Olympic trials. And so that was the second place. So when people say, hey, can you get the patch wet? I'm like, yeah, they used it in the Olympic trials in the swimming pool, right? Although when I do get the patch wet, I always put my hand over top my patch if I'm in the shower because I don't want to get it that wet. But anyway, so fast forward 20 years. Remember, David Schmidt has been at this a long time, and the company 3 years ago went from about 20 million a year to $280 million when they launched the stem cell X39 activation patch. We are open in over 75 countries. We ship to over 100. So if you're watching this and you have an international Rolodex, I'm telling you what, time to start dialing and calling and get on WhatsApp and get a hold of these people, because this company is on fire. It's straight up to $1 billion, you guys. So excited. So this is David Schmidt. I loved it. I loved it when I listened to David Schmidt talk and he said, you know what? My first superhero was Jesus Christ. I was like, mine too. But this guy is a genius. He's a genius at inventing technologies that are helping people to literally not stop aging, guys, reverse the aging process. So if you're on tonight and you want to reverse aging, you came to the right place. So over 130 patents, over 80 clinical studies on these products. It's incredible when you read these clinical studies. They are literally jaw-dropping. Some of the studies are at pubmed.gov. Some of you know what that means. If you're a medical professional watching this, they're at pubmed.gov. You can find scientific studies on our products. It's incredible. And of course, he's a 2-time recipient for the Advanced Technology International Hall of Fame. This guy is a game changer in the world of regenerative medicine. And his heart is as big as his brain. He is so smart and he is so full of love for all of us. In fact, he took out a patent on the X39 patch. And as you can see, that patent was taken out July 21st, 2020. Do you guys know the other day I Googled it and I read the patent? It is so cool to read the patent. And I just want you guys to know we have an 18-year run on helping people to save and change their lives with this opportunity. So make sure you talk to who invited you on this tonight and get started as soon as possible with your own stem cell activation patches. So what can you experience? You know, rapid pain relief, mental clarity, reduced inflammation. Connie kind of gave you a little story about this. Supports wound healing, energy and vitality. Again, faster recovery from exercise. This is not just for people that are older or sick. This is for athletes. This is for people who want the cutting edge when it comes to sports performance and recovery. Improved skin appearance. I tell you what, thank God our insides are getting younger, because everybody certainly looks 20 to 30 years younger on the outside. This thing is literally like we fell into the fountain of youth. Outside, you know how sometimes people are like, look really good on the outside, but internally they're like 150. No, this thing works from the inside out. So it literally reverses and turns back the sands of time internally. And I'll get to that in a second, because David Schmidt did a study where they took 15 people, and in 6 months of wearing only the X39 patch, 6 months later, 14 of the 15 people had reduced their vascular age by 8 years. Do you guys know what the vascular system is? Come on, that's the heart, baby. That's the heartbeat. So the heart, the veins, the arteries. So in 6 months of wearing this incredible, easy, affordable X39 patch, they reduced their vascular age by 8 years. I'm here to tell you, I've been a health coach, nutrition coach. I've been, you know, a media expert for 20 plus years. I've never seen something that can reduce your vascular age by 8 years. We literally have found the fountain of youth. So what happens? First few days you put this bad boy on, 4,000 genes begin to reset. That's kind of a big deal. I have done genetic testing over at my house. We spent $10,000 on gene testing. I had to hire these doctors from across the country to interpret it, because no one can barely talk to the language. Gosh, now I can just call David Schmidt because he talks the language. But we literally, as soon as you apply that patch, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. People ask me all the time, what about anxiety? What about depression? What about aggressiveness? Come on, you guys, when you start studying this GHK-Cu peptide, anti-anxiety, anti-depression, anti-aggressive, people just feel better. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased, which is why everybody on our team now looks 20 years younger. Hair growth increases structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular systems. Within 6 months, like I said, in a recent study, I just told you this fact, 14 of the 15 people lowered their vascular age. That means their heart, their veins, their arteries was 8 years younger. Come on, you guys. This is so much fun. If you know people with heart issues, which I don't know about you, but I've heard an awful lot about pericarditis and myocarditis in the last couple of years. I would be sprinting to these people. I would be sprinting to your friends that have had the jab. I'd be sprinting to people that have had long hauler syndrome. You got to run to these people. They are in need of hope. They're in need of something to turn back their health because they've been so downtrodden for so long, right? I love how David Schmidt says it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. Let's say that again. It's not anti-aging. I'm not part of an anti-aging company. I'm actually part of an age reversing company. That is so cool that we have this technology. So we just keep looking and feeling younger. Now, with that being said, I want to bring on someone who is an expert in martial arts. He's been a longtime friend. His family is super healthy. My friend's name is Jaime. Jaime's down in California with his beautiful wife, Veronica, and their two handsome sons. And Jaime is so happy that he's got this patch because his young boys are a lot to keep up with. And Jaime is just tearing around the house. His family is just experiencing abundant health, and his team is on fire. This morning, my first text message of the day was Jaime saying, "My phone doesn't stop ringing." Jaime, can you tell us about it?
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me. This has been an absolute, just amazing, amazing run for me. I've never been experienced anything like this. You know, when I started this back in July, I had no idea what I was going to get into. And I just knew, just because of your leadership, I said, you know, this is what she's doing. I'm going to do this. And I have been blessed ever since. You know, I got to say, when I first got these patches, you know, I'm getting all these testimonies from Renita, and I didn't have any. So I was sharing her testimonies. And after a few weeks, I started getting some for me. But I'm going to tell you, when I started working out, and I work out hard, and some of you may that's listening who know me, I lift some heavy weights. I'm doing a lot of different things. I want to build some muscle and do what I'm doing. And I noticed that I used to have a lot of joint pain in my knees and my elbows from all this heavy lifting. And one of the first things I noticed is that was gone. And I was totally surprised. I figured, maybe I'm having a couple of good days, but it's been since July. So I'm having a lot of good months.
You're having a good year, Jaime.
Yeah, a very good year, let me tell you. But not just that, I've just noticed my stamina, my strength increased. I mean, incredible how much more I'm able to lift. And we're not talking after 6 months. I'm talking after taking the patch for about a week. So incredible results on my side, but it's just amazing what it's doing for my family, for my wife. You know, we have 2 kids, and my wife was saying that, she goes, oh my God, her chest started getting wrinkly after our second child. And it started being like a little discolored. And my other sister was saying they're getting that too as you age. That's what happens here, you know? And so after about 4 weeks, my wife's chest up here is all nice and smooth. The color's back. Her face looks so much better. It's just amazing. We're absolutely excited with all the testimonies we're now getting every single day on my inboxes.
Yeah, Jaime, tell me about, I loved it the day you called me about your aunt. Like that was so exciting. Can you just share that quick story?
So yeah, it's my aunt, it's my wife's aunt, and you know, I go over, I do a lot of house remodels, and I was over there doing some work, and you know, she's been in a wheelchair for a while now. She's lost a leg to diabetes and has 1 kidney and has open heart surgery, and she just looked really, really bad. And there's been a few scares with her, you know, throughout this time. And I would be over there, and she just kind of slouched a lot in her wheelchair, just looks really tired and drained. You can see it in her face. And so I gave her some patches, you know, and, you know, she tried one day, and she said, oh, I forgot, it fell off, or this or that, you know, and I don't know, maybe a few weeks later, she goes, you know what, I want to try these. I want to give these an honest try. And so she signed up, she got these patches, and I told her what to do, what to drink some water, make sure she gets electrolytes. And I kid you not, it was around on the 7th day, because I was also still working at her house. She is like all of a sudden in her chair like this, you know, she's doing stuff, and her face looks much better. And at that time, she was clearing out her storage units. Her sister was helping her, and her sister's husband. And, you know, she's zooming here, zooming there. She's doing all this stuff. And she goes, man, I have so much more energy. And she's sleeping a lot, because she said she wasn't able to sleep. Now she's sleeping. As a matter of fact, she's on dialysis at home. And her son had to come into the bedroom and wake her up, because she was sleeping on her hose, and the alarm was going off, and she didn't even hear it. So she's just saying, man, I just feel so better. So it's just really exciting what it's doing for everybody.
And Jaime, we know that when we get that deeper sleep, we know we have a deeper restoration and healing going on in our bodies, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why so many people have struggled with so many health concerns, is because between the scare and the fear and the 5G and everything that's all around us, it's like nobody, I mean, I know so many people that don't sleep well. And so just to get that deeper quality of sleep, we know is going to just help to restore the body so much more effectively. Jaime, tell us about Start X39, the screen we're looking at right now. Tell me how you use this.
It's very, very simple, you know, very simple. It's just like everyone says, oh, that's a Band-Aid. It's, well, okay, well, yeah, just put it right on your skin and your body is going to be able to activate the copper peptide through a spectrum of light. So you put the patch on, and what happens is that your body, we're all light beings, and we do that through a form of heat. Heat is a form of light. And so what happens is that once we put this patch on, the patch encapsulates this heat, and the reflection of this patch goes back into your skin and activates copper peptides. Copper peptides are known to stimulate the production of stem cells. And the stem cells originate from that area, and they start to go throughout the whole body and they go where it needs it most. And here I got to tell people, you know, if you have a bad wrist or bad ankle or whatever that may be, you know, we want to have those things. That's the first thing we think about. But you know that this is the blessing, that the stem cells are going to go where it is needed the most. And you know, you should be thankful for that, for those people that aren't getting that experience that you want, because it means it's going where it needs to be, that you have no idea.
Right. Yeah, I love that, Jaime. And like David Schmidt once said, listen, this patch works for everyone. There's not a person watching this that this patch is not going to work for. But like you said, just because you have a bad elbow or bad knee, when someone calls me and says, hey, I've been on the patch for 4 days, my knee still hurts, I'm like, well, praise the Lord. It's obviously repairing something much deeper. Maybe it's your heart that you didn't even know you needed. And I should mention about heart, my dad, and we can't make any claims because the patch does not heal you. God Almighty heals you. But all the patch does is it removes those blocks. Do you guys know that sickness and disease and pain, especially, Jaime, are blocks, like the blocks of energy? And I think about it when somebody has had a knee injury, or maybe you've had an old scar tissue, right? Where people say, oh, I've got this nerve damage now by my scar tissue. Well, that's blocked energy. So all the patch does is it actually opens up the energy, the electrical flow of the body to function from head to toe. And so my dad, he was told in Bismarck, North Dakota, that he had congestive heart failure. Well, he was on the patch for 2 full months. And I'm not saying that it cured my dad's congestive heart failure. All I know is when I went to Mayo Clinic and my dad went back to the doctor down there, they're like, we cannot see one symptom of congestive heart failure, Rick. We're not sure why they even have it documented in your medical records. There's not one symptom of CHF. We need to take it off. Like, I was like, holy God. So either they made a big mistake or my dad's CHF got better, right? And that, again, is not because the patch is healing you. God is healing you. The patch just aligns your body and puts in that proper mechanism, gets rid of some of those blocks that are holding some of you back. So if you can't explain what Jaime just did a beautiful job doing, don't worry about it. We can just go to Start X39. Now look at this right here, guys. This video at startx39.com. All of you, if you're brand new, someone invited you on here tonight, please do your own due diligence. Go to startx39.com. You are so smart. You can go to this website and push play. There's one video up top here. You push that little white arrow in the middle. That's a 2-minute video that talks about light. I just love anything dealing with light because we're coming into the future of light medicine, and we are at the forefront of that. You guys know that? And then if you scroll down a little further at startx39.com, there's a second video that's 3 minutes long that talks specifically about the X39 patch. Make sure you give yourself that 5 minutes to watch those 2 videos. And if you're a person who says, Renita, I'm not superficial, I need a deep dive, praise the Lord, I say go and scroll a little further down. And there's a third video with David Schmidt himself, an 18-minute. You owe yourself 18 minutes to understand why this technology can possibly change and save your life. So I'd get on over there and watch all 3 of those videos. The studies are on Start X39. Those of you who want to read the patents, you can read that at Start X39. There's a beautiful tab that says anti-aging. Oh, brace yourself when you click on the anti-aging tab. It talks about everything from cancer to this, to that, to depression, to anxiety, to stem cells. That's all at the anti-aging tab. And then when you scroll all the way to the bottom of Start X39, there's dozens of testimonies. people that have MS, people that have Parkinson's, people that are doctors. Do yourself a favor and go to startx39.com. Okay. Just write it down and go there later. Jaime, any final words about your fast growing team? Tell us about, like, because you got this team that is on fire down there. I mean, I'm having conference calls with you. You're having conference calls and Zoom calls. Like, tell us give us a good takeaway that everybody should do when they get off this tonight.
I think the most important thing is to not stop. Like Connie had said, even though someone says, no, not right now, I'm busy or whatever, you just keep on going until they say, you know what, leave me alone. don't bother me. But the other thing that I think is very, very important is you got to follow the leadership. I'm following everything that Renita is doing, what Steve and Gina Merritt are doing, what Onyx is doing. I'm following the leadership. I'm following the plan, the 3-3-1. I do that diligently. I work with my team. I help my team, because I'm going to tell you this. If you do not know where you're going, any road is going to get you there. It's going to be a road that you're not going to want to be on. So you need to be able to follow that leadership. They know where they're going. They've already been there. I want to go where Renita is at. I want to be where Steve and Gina and Onyx are. And I am going to get there because I am following that leadership. And that is what I tell my team and I share with my team. You just got to be just diligent and you just got to work hard. You just got to keep on going.
Yes, Jaime, I appreciate you. Thank you. Tell Veronica we love her and give those boys a kiss for me. Thanks for hopping on tonight.
Thank you.
So how do we wear this? I love what he said. Keep going. And that's with the patch. If you're personally patching now, keep going. If you haven't experienced your miracle, don't stop before your miracle strikes. Keep patching yourself. And if you're out there sharing this incredible technology, you just keep sharing. Sharing is caring. Every time I pick up the phone to call anybody, and Scott and I are actually, praise the Lord, we're the #1 distributors and enrollers in the world. I can't even believe that I'm saying that, but it's by the grace of God, but it's because we love people. I love getting people well. I love people getting off their drugs. I love serving others. I love people that want to take a hold of their financial future and have, financial independence. Scott and I love that. He's a financial planner. I'm a health coach. You get us together. We're like, we got to help the world with this thing, right? So how do you wear this X39? Listen, you can put it on the neck. You can put it on the belly button, 1 inch under the belly button. In Chinese medicine, those are 2 important points. And the reason we show you to do that is because David Schmidt, when he did all these 80 clinical studies, they had to have it in the same spot over and over, right? It has to be relative when they're doing a study, okay? So when in doubt, just patch it out in these areas, okay? But I'm gonna be honest with you. The X39 is systemic. So do you guys know what systemic means? That means it's everywhere. It goes everywhere, right? It becomes systemic. And so it doesn't matter if I put it on my forehead or my chest or my butt cheek, right? Or my calf, put it wherever you want because it's systemic. And what that means is as soon as you put that on systemically, your system, the body system, right? It's going to go, like Jaime said, to the weakest link or the most inflammation in your body. So it doesn't really matter where you put it on. It just matters that you put it on. And the goal is 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So you put it on. I like to wear it. A lot of people like to wear it during the day simply because you are drinking more water. And I can't stress electrolytes enough. I tell people start eating an avocado a day, start drinking coconut water because that's high in potassium. Most people are very, very mineral deficient. And I've heard David Schmidt, listen, I'm friends with David Schmidt. I've listened to hundreds of his presentations, and he says you will have chronic pain just if you're dehydrated. So just getting the hydration levels up, increasing a little bit of those electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium. Go buy yourself some Redmond's real salt. Put a pinch of Redmond's real salt in your water. Eat an avocado a day. It'll be great for your skin anyway. But when you do that, and you can put the patch anywhere, 12 hours on, and then you take it off at night before you go to bed. Get up the next morning, put a fresh patch on. After 12 hours, the patch starts to lose its efficacy. So if you're a person that's saying, can I wear it for 40 hours? Well, you can wear it for whatever you want, but after 12, it's not really working as effectively anymore. So do yourself a favor, like David Schmidt did on all the scientific studies. The scientific studies were done in 12-hour increments. If he thought it would work better at 36 or 48 or 72, he would have told you to wear it for that long without taking the patch off. He's telling you how to do it. I trust this guy. He's a genius, right? He's like a modern day Tony Stark. For all those Star Wars fans out there, what is that? Not Star Wars, but Avengers. Yeah. So 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You guys got it? Drink plenty of water. We could go on and on and on with these results. They're incredible. I'm just going to tell you my own. I have a skin story because I had a little liver spot on the side of my face right over here. And I feel like I've got pretty decent skin, but I had this liver spot. And I would go to the esthetician and she would like do like, I don't know what it was called, abrasion, microdermabrate, whatever it's called. She would saw it off essentially. And then it would be gone for like a couple days. And then like a week later, I'd have this big liver spot back again. And obviously it wasn't an outside job, guys. It was an inside job that needed to happen, right? It's a liver spot. And so some of you are shaving off the liver spots and you need to put the patch on so you can get a little inside healing here, right, guys? And so long story short, I had that liver spot. Once you know it, on week 5, didn't happen overnight, but on week 5, I looked in the mirror in the bathroom. I'm like, my liver spot is like gone. Like I cannot see it. And I mean, that was like an unexpected blessing, right? So I had told Scott that morning, I fell into the fountain of youth and I didn't even know it. So this has been so much fun, you guys, for skin, for hair, hair equals mojo. I don't know. I mean, when it starts growing, brace yourself. Big things are happening here, guys. Blood flow, blood flow. You know, I've always said when you talk to men about you know, erectile dysfunction, it's not just a penis problem, it's a blood flow problem. So who knows if this patch could actually, if it's helping your hair and stimulating some, you know, new blood flow there, who knows what else it's going to do. All right. So what's the most important in your life? Is it your family? Is it your time? Is it your freedom? Is it security? We love to travel. Scott and I and our boys, this is a family business. I have a motto. It's called Generations of Health. My parents, my health, my kids' health, my grandchildren's health, when I have them, generations of health. I believe it's possible for all of us. And so the question is, do you believe it's possible for you and your family? So when we got started with this, we knew we were going to take it to the top after seeing my dad's legs clear up in 24 hours and my mom's Parkinson's improve. Like those symptoms of her Parkinson's got so much better. If you guys saw my mom, she's upstairs right now listening to this. She sometimes comes to my house and says, Renita, don't you have any potatoes for me to peel? I don't know if you know anybody with Parkinson's, but she couldn't butter toast 6 months ago, right? Like, and now she's peeling 24 potatoes and 24 apples. So we've seen so many amazing miracles. The next person I want to bring on is my good friend, Tamara Olson. Listen, my parents and her parents were dear friends, right? And here we are now, and Tammy is up in northern Minnesota, and I want her to share her incredible testimony. We're going to unmute her here about her own personal health. And every day I see Tammy is just a sponsoring machine. Tamara Olson is a healing machine, and she's a sponsoring machine, right? A healing. Some of you need to say, I want to be a healing machine. How many of you want to be a healing machine? Like we all should have our hands in the air, right? We're turning back the sands of time. How many of you want to be a sponsoring machine? Tamara, can you hear me, babe?
I can. Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
I'm so happy you're on. Share with us what's going on in northern Minnesota.
It's cold up here.
You know that.
Yes.
I love it. Tammy, how long have you been doing this? And tell us how you got started and what you saw. How quickly did you see results?
Okay, so I've been doing this since September 22nd, and I saw with results within the first week. My sciatic pain in my right side is gone, and my chronic pain in my whole body is gone.
Wow.
And
Incredible.
I don't have any more arthritis pain in my left foot because I have bone on bone arthritis in my left foot.
Wow.
And what else?
Well, that's quite a bit, Tammy. You had me at on pain.
And I have so much energy. I have so much more energy. We're working 10-hour days. I work for Marvin Windows, and we work 10-hour days, 50 hours a week, and I have more energy. I used to come home from work after work, and I would go to bed for 2 or 3 hours because I was exhausted and my body hurt. And I had a hard time even stepping on my left foot. And now I have no more pain. I can go up and down the stairs. And I also have osteoarthritis, stage 2 and stage 3 in both my knees. And I have a torn ACL, and I have meniscus issues, and my knees are awesome.
Oh,
And so
I watched
And
that presentation the other day with David Schmidt saying we can rebuild cartilage. This is
And I'm
how.
hoping
like,
that
oh my gosh.
my cartilage is gonna rebuild. That's what I'm
Yes.
hoping for.
I love it. Oh my gosh, this has completely changed your life. This has completely changed
It
your life.
has. The X39 patch has changed my life. It's given me my life back.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Tammy. Okay, so tell me, you are literally a sponsoring machine. I see how many people that you're bringing on board. Tell me what's happening with that. Like you're out there sponsoring all these people. They must be just watching you, saying, "Oh, right."
Right.
Tell me how it's going. How is it shaken down?
So my sister, she's gotten rid of her hip pain after 3 days, and her mother-in-law, her foot pain was gone in a day. My girlfriend, she said her hot flashes have diminished like right away in the first couple weeks.
Wow, wow.
It's just changing people's lives.
Just left and right. How many people have you shared this with, and how are you sharing it, Tammy?
I'm sharing it at work with all my coworkers and people that I see that are struggling and they need help. And yeah, I'm just sponsoring people.
I know. And tell me, what kit when you got started did you start with?
Okay, so I did not even try the patch before I got started. I was just watching Renita, and then I saw her dad's legs and how they changed in 24 hours because I also have edema. And so my edema is also better. And I started with the diamond pack. I
love it. And
I ordered the
what
diamond
made you go
pack.
diamond? What made you go diamond?
Because I just knew I just wanted to build this business.
Wow. Wow. I love it. And so the pain goes away. I'm thinking you don't have time to come home and take naps now, Tammy. You're too busy sponsoring people.
I am. I'm just too busy.
And I love it. And I see Tammy, she's bringing in diamonds, right? That's a prime example of diamonds sponsoring diamonds.
Yes,
right?
I am sponsoring diamonds.
I love it.
Yeah.
And, because people will ask you, what did you do? First of all, they say, what did it do for you? And in your case, it's done. I mean, it's like, right, you can talk for 10 minutes when it's done. And then they ask you, what did you do? How did you get started? And then you simply tell them, I started with the diamond pack, right? So I think that there's something to be said when people get started and they get started. And Tammy had this idea, like she had seen enough on social media that she's like, I think I want to grow this business if this works for me, right? So she got the right product pack for her out of the gate, right, Tammy? I mean, it was crucial that you had enough patches because I'm sure people were asking.
Yes, because I'm sharing them.
Yeah. And so are you doing build 331? Are you doing the 331 system?
Yes.
And so for those of you that don't know what the system is, let's talk about build 331 because we showed you start X39 for those of you that want to learn all about the health and the studies, and you can go superficial or you can take a deep dive at that website. But we're going to talk for a second about the business because this is real. This is a legitimate business opportunity, right, Tammy?
Yes, it is.
Oh man, and it's never been so much fun to build. So Tammy is obviously on our team and she's got a right leg and a left leg, you guys. And with the team commissions, which means you're part, Tammy, Jaime, Connie, they're all part of my team. So the person that sponsors you in the business, you're part of their team. So you guys get to work together as a team. I always say teamwork makes the dream work. So you're in this together with your sponsor and people that are coming into your business. And so you have a right team and a left team. And remember, with that team commissions, they max you out at about $25,000 a week. Okay, $25,000 a week. I mean, would you guys be okay with $25,000 a week? Tammy, could you step away from Marvin Windows?
Absolutely.
I like you, but I gotta go now. Anyway, so the team commissions is a lot of fun because you're building a team and like Tammy's already sharing it with people who I know are wanting to share with others, right? Like you said, your sister-in-law and the mom. And I mean, this business is contagious. Like health is contagious. Joy is contagious. It doesn't surprise me when you tell me everybody's pain is gone because your pain is gone, Tammy. So I'm like, healing is contagious. Be careful when you get around these people that are getting well and creating wealth because that's going to happen for you. So Tammy, we are so proud of you up in northern freezing Minnesota, maybe slightly colder than Bismarck, North Dakota, but you're getting it done up there. And you think at this time of year, your feet and your knees and all your arthritis would hurt the worst. And it sounds like you don't have any pain.
It's not. I have no pain.
I love it so much. Tammy, okay, so Tammy got started at the Diamond Pack. Let's talk about it for a second, okay? If you got started, if you're getting started tonight, remember there's all the different packs that you can get started with. There's bronze is $125, silver is $299, gold is $499, all the way up to diamond, which is what Tammy got started with at $1,600. But why I love diamond is that diamond, it's $1,600, but you get 19 sleeves of X39. So you get 90 patches for free. 90 patches to get out there and build your business and patch people at work, patch people that are in your family, patch people at Bible study, right? So you need patches to win. If you say you're doing 331 and you don't have any extra patches, I got news for you. You're not doing 331. Build 331 means you're patching 3 people a day. So you're sharing 3 patches a day. Okay, listen to me, guys. This is how you, I mean, we maxed this compensation plan out in 66 days. The only one faster than us was Stephen G. Amera, right? And so if we can do it in 66 days, we followed the system. We did 3 people a day. We put 3 patches on people every single day. The next day we followed up with those 3 people. Okay. And I never promised miracles with 1 patch. I never said, hey, listen, this is gonna totally eliminate all pain in your body. I say, you know what, this patch might do something. My dad was a 1-patch miracle, but it could do absolutely nothing. It's only 1 day. You know, you really need to give this 90 days because it takes 90 days for your skin and your collagen and your tissues to repair and turn over. So 90 days. And then I ask people, have you given anything 90 days? Have you ever gone to the doctor and the doctor said, hey, take this medication for 6 weeks, and you did it and you followed the rules and your blood pressure didn't go down, right? Or something didn't change? We're saying, baby, you're worth it. I start getting people saying, God designed my body to heal. In fact, you guys all should say that right now with me. God designed my body to heal. People aren't used to talking like that, Tammy and Jaime, right? And Connie, God designed my body to heal. Give your body 90 days. And I'm going to tell you, baby, you're worth it. Baby, you're worth that investment for 90 days. Who knows if it's going to change the course of your life? I mean, are you going to be like my dad? We get to Mayo Clinic and they're like, yeah, you've got no symptoms of congestive heart failure. Like, none. We need to take it off your medical records. I'm like, what? This is crazy. And I'm not saying it healed him, but I am telling you the patchwork miracles on my dad's body because it just helped his body to do what it was designed to do. So let's get to this matching bonus. So I want to tell you just a brief story. I recently called a friend and she's a big professional network marketer. And typically I don't sponsor network marketers. I have a whole lot of light workers that seem to be coming to my team, like the Jaimes and the Tammys and the Connies and people that love helping people, very authentic, good-hearted, just loving people that love people, pets, the earth. And those are the people that I seem to sponsor a lot of. But more recently, there's been a lot of upheaval in network marketing. Do you guys know this? A lot of network marketings took a big dive in the last 3 years. Some network marketing companies folded. Some are being sold. I know that, I mean, many network marketing companies had major cutbacks. You guys know that? Like they cut like 1/2 of their staff. Well, that was happening. We have straight up growth at LifeWave. We have straight up trajectory, you guys. This company is going straight to $1 billion. So while everybody else is getting leaner and meaner, we're blasting off to $1 billion with this technology. So my friend called me up and she's a network marketer and she's a big wage earner in another company. You know, she earns $1 million plus or whatever. And so I was talking to her and she said, well, you know, you only max out team commissions at $25,000 a week. And I said, yeah, $25,000 a week is quite a bit of money. I said, but let's talk about the check matching bonus. And she said, well, I'm not familiar with that. What is that? So let me just explain it to you real quick. So you have a first level, second level, third level of check matching bonus. And at the first level, so I sponsored Jaime, I sponsored Tammy, I sponsored Connie. Those are all my first level leaders. When they do well, every week I get a team matching bonus of 25% of their team commissions. So do I want Jaime to max out the comp plan at $25,000 a week, Jaime? Yes. Tammy, do I want you to max the compensation plan out at team commissions at $25,000 a week? Yes. Why? I get 25% check match bonus if you guys do well. I will go, Scott and my husband and I will go to the ends of the earth for our team to do well. And not just because we care so desperately about money, but I do like financial independence. You know, I'm Christian, but some people say, oh, I don't care about the money. I'm like, you better quit saying that or you're not going to make any. I care deeply about money. We homeschool our kids so we can teach them about entrepreneurship. We don't want them to work for anybody else unless they really, really, really want to, right? We believe in financial freedom. So at my friend who said, Renita, 25,000 a week, that's not that much. And I said, well, do you know one leader? She goes, yeah, I know one leader. I said, do you know two? She's like, I know two. I'm like, do you know three? She's like, Renita, I've got contacts around the world. I said, okay, let's just go with 6. Do you got 6 leaders that you can call up? She's like, yes. So I said, let's talk 6 for a second. Typically, we talk manager in this business. Now, for those of you that are manager, it's 2 on the left, 2 on the right, right? Talk to your sponsor. They'll help you to do this. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. If you're on my team, call me. I'll help you to do it. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You become something called a manager in this business. By the way, if you want to go manager, you have to have purchased the gold kit or higher. So if you got started with bronze or silver, get into your back office. I want you to click on back office along the top. There's going to be a button and it says store. Click on that, scroll all the way to the bottom and click on upgrade. Say it with me, upgrade. All of you need to upgrade so you have more patches and can actually go manager. So you have to have purchased the gold pack to go manager. Plus you need patches if you're going to win. All right. So what happens is you go gold, got that gold pack purchased, and you go out there and sponsor 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You become a manager. Well, my friend, I said, you have 6 friends? And she said, why do you say the number 6? And I said, well, because in this company, LifeWave, if you get 3 and 3, which is 6 people, you go something called director. And director is like the foundation to executive director, senior presidential director. It's literally the foundation to all the other ranks. So you need 6 personals. She goes, Renita, I got 6 personals. I'll have more than that, but let's go with 6 for conversation's sake. So I said, okay, so you got these 6 people that want to work this business. Maybe you got 600, but let's go with 6. And I said, that first line leadership, you're getting 25% of that first line leadership. Okay, now I'm not a mathematician, but I do have a calculator on my phone, which makes things very handy. So if I go 25,000 times, I get 25% of that, I'm getting $6,250 from my first line leadership. Got that? So if Jaime hits it, Tammy hits it, Connie hits it, or all of our incredible leadership hits it, that's an extra $6,250 a week. I'm getting check matched when these guys are maxing out the comp plan. Now I said to my friend, I said, hey, listen, so you sponsor these 6 people. Do you think they have some people to sponsor? She's like, of course, Renita. Of course they got people to sponsor. I said, well, let's say that next level matches it out. Let's say that these 6, so let's just do the math, guys. Do the math with me. 6,250, watch this, okay? Let's say that all 6 of her leaders do that. So she gets that 25% check match on all 6 leaders. Let's just do it. That's an extra $37,500 a week. Someone write down these numbers for me. $37,500. Write this down. Okay. So she maxed out her own comp plan with team commissions at 25,000, but her 6 leaders, she's got an extra 37,500 a week coming in from that. Are you guys with me so far? 25,000 plus 37,500. That's first line leadership. I went back to her and I said, these 6 people, can they sponsor? Yes, they can sponsor, Renita. So she said, I said, listen, if they max out the next line of sponsorship, let's say that next line goes full in, all in, and maxes it out at 25,000 a week. And let's say one more level deep, just for sake of conversation, you go one more level. All 3 of them are maxing out the comp plan at $25,000 a week. So let's go again to that second line leadership. So we got 25,000. Is someone keeping track of this? I hope so. 25,000 times 20%. That gives us 5,000. Thank God, that's easier math for me. 5,000 times 6. That's an extra 30,000 from her second line leadership. Are you following me? And let's just go down to the third line leadership because she also gets a 20% check match on that. So 5,000. Are you guys with me? We got this going so far? 5,000 times 6, $5,000 times the second and times 6, 30. Scott, I hope you're doing math out there. Okay. So 30,000, 30,000. Sarah, let's just do all the math together. We got 30,000 plus 30,000 plus her 25,000. And then what did her first line of leadership get? Scott, you got it?
37,500.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaime. 37,500. Scott's too busy enrolling somebody out there. So I said to her, do you think it'd be a good deal if you could max out the compensation plan with 6 people that you personally sponsored at $122,500 per week? Would that be a good reason for you to come here? She said, you had me at hello. And so the truth be told is she loves this technology and she got on board because she said, do you realize there's not another stem cell activation patch in the world? You guys, this is not another weight loss product, although people have lost weight. I will tell you that because that's my specialty is weight loss. People have lost tons of weight because they've lost a ton of inflammation because they're all walking around bloated and carrying inflammation. So get this, they lost weight, they feel great, they're activating their stem cells. This is not a weight loss product though, guys. This is not another, there's lots of makeup products out there, right? We know people are rubbing creams and concoctions on their skin, and there's some really good network marketing products out there. But guess what? We're the fountain of youth internally. We take care of that liver spot from the inside out. We don't just shave it off. It actually goes away permanently, which is so fun, right? So she said, there is not another stem cell activation patch in the world. She said, do you know why I love this, Renita? Not just the comp plan that you just showed me. I love this because I don't have to compete anymore. I don't have to go out and compete in the weight loss market and tell everybody what makes my weight loss product better. I don't have to go out and compete in the beauty market and tell you why my makeup's better, right? She said, there's no competition here. We've got an 18-year run on changing and saving lives and helping people to literally reverse aging. I'm in. And she signed up, you guys. This is a huge, huge opportunity. So if you have not talked to the person that enrolled you yet, and you're looking at this as a business, this is the business opportunity of a lifetime. Okay. And why? Because we're the only stem cell activation patch in the world. Let me say that slower. Because we are the only stem cell activation patch in the world. We were going to take my mom to Tijuana. Remember, she was diagnosed with the Parkinson's, and they wanted $20,000 in Tijuana. And they told me, well, Renita, it might not work. It only works in 50% of people. And I was like, $20,000 for a 50% maybe. My brothers said, we're not going to spend it, Renita. Well, the good Lord knew I was looking and searching. And the good Lord is looking out for you even when you don't even know it. And a month later, we had these patches in our hand. Isn't that something? My mom didn't want to go to Tijuana anyway. She said, the border's too sketchy. I don't want to drive over the border. So we didn't have to go to Tijuana, and we didn't have to spend $20,000. Isn't that incredible? Because we're the only stem cell activation patch in the world. So what do you need to work this business? You need to want to win with your health. You need to want to serve and bless others. This is the servant leadership business. You will never make more money all by yourself. You've got to help your team win. It's why Jaime says, my team is on fire. I'm helping my team to win. You need patches. If you haven't upgraded your kit, go into your back office, click on store, scroll to the bottom, and upgrade to diamond. Set yourself up for success. It's a tax deduction, by the way. It's a business expense. All right. You need patches. You absolutely need these little marketing tools that are available to you over at Build 331. I carry these things with me everywhere I go. It's got a beautiful little thing on the outside, little demo on the inside, and then you put your patches in the envelope and you give it to somebody. Give them 1, give them 2, give them 3, do whatever you want. Give them 10. I like to not give away very many because I tell people, you know what? You just need to commit to 90 days because baby, you're worth it. Say with me, baby, you're worth it. Commit yourself for 90 days. And when I call people back, I never, ever feel like I'm bothering. If you're a person that says, I don't want to feel like I'm bothering people, I'm telling you, that's a rotten old neural pattern you're saying to yourself. Do you know what I say to myself when I pick up the phone? This person's about to be blessed. This person's about to be blessed. And I say it with a big smile on my face because I believe it from the innermost of my being, from my heart and soul. The testimonies I have seen are off the chart. I can't even describe some of them because it would be making claims, and we got to be careful not to make claims, right? But symptoms are disappearing. People are radically getting better, and bigger and more importantly, sometimes than that, it's given people hope. And there is a team website that you guys got to get over to. It's sampling at 331. So just go to build, BUILD 331.com, build331.com. Go there. When you get there, click on additional resources and pack a lunch because you're going to be there a while. It has all these incredible testimonies under additional resources. You want a resource on a dog? You got one. You want a resource on fungus on the toe? You got it. You want a resource on Parkinson's? Oh, they got a video. I mean, they got videos on everything under additional resources right here, up here, resource library. See it with me? So you go to Build 331. This is what it looks like. And then you get up here to resource library, click on that bad boy and pack a lunch, right? Sit back and enjoy the show because there are so many things. When somebody says to me, hey, what's it going to do for my bad back? Do you know what I do? I go to resource library. I scroll down to back pain. I copy and paste the link and I send it over to somebody. Let the tool do the talking, right? Scott and I carry these around. We have them in the middle compartment of our cars. No joke. I'm not kidding. They have these available at the Build 331 website. It's a beautiful tear off. Look at that beautiful sheet. If you don't have, listen, this is not $1 million. Let me just give you a little an info on franchises. My brother owns dozens of franchises. Some of the franchises cost 50,000. Some of them cost $1 million, right? And then you got to pay $250,000 to $1 million to $2 million to build out these franchises. Then you got to work with employees, which are hard to find right now. Employees are hard to come by, right? That's why all these businesses are shutting because they can't get anybody to work. Anyway, think about this. We just opened a franchise and the cost of your franchise was the price of your pack. So was it a $4.99 pack? Was it a 16? I mean, the highest pack you can get in with was $1,600 and it's 100% tax deduction. It's all patches. Worst case scenario, you don't share with anybody and you patch yourself up and you reduce your vascular age 8 years in the next 6 months. It's the worst case scenario. You know what I call that? Winning. So get yourself the sign-up sheets. And I'm going to tell you, we deal with a lot of elderly people. As you know, Tammy, you were talking, Jaime is talking. I know Connie deals with this. If you have this, you can simply put it in front of them and say, you know what? Just fill this out and we'll get you started. Don't make it overly complicated, because if you tell them they have to go to the internet and they don't know how to, they might be overwhelmed. So I encourage you, just make it as simple as possible. You just meet people right where they're at and you take their hand, and you lead them in. And I'm going to tell you what, it'll change your life. It'll bless your life as much as you're blessing them. It's going to be a blessing to you when that phone rings and they say I always love it. My phone starts out with every morning I get phone calls like this. Renita, you're never going to believe it. Renita, you're never going to believe it. I get text messages. Renita, you're never going to believe it. I mean, Renita, the first thing I say back is, I'm going to believe it. What happened? Right? Because people are experiencing such tremendous success. So it's the time to make your move. Get off this. If you're on this and you're ready, a brand partner, hit the upgrade button, set yourself up to win in this business. Without patches, you're joking to yourself. If you say, I started with that bronze pack and I'm going to make $1 million. No, you're not. I love you enough to tell you that you're not going to do that. You need to set yourself up. You need to go gold or higher, and you need to have patches because you're in business with the patch business. You know, I have a gal that just got started. She said, I'm starting a podcast. It's called Patch and Pray. And she said, we are going to be patching and we're going to be praying over these people. So the major thing you want to do right now is get off this as quickly as possible. Listen, I signed up somebody last week. And I called her today and said, are you going to get sponsoring people? You got 16 people already underneath you. She said, how in the world did 16 people get there? I'm like, I am not stopping. I look around and I can't even go to Target without handing out patches because everybody's so downtrodden and sick. And so you guys, we got to get out there. We are the one that are called. We're called for such a time as this. We're the light workers called for right now. If you're waiting for somebody to save you, forget it. Put the patch on. Okay. Save yourself and then run for it. We got to get out there and help these people. Get off this, talk to the person who invited you. If you're building a business, trust me on this, go gold pack or higher. In fact, I just say go diamond out of the gates like Tammy did. Thanks for sharing that, Tammy. Because now Tammy is just sponsoring diamonds after diamonds after diamonds, because they all know Tammy went diamond and she's having tremendous success with her health and this opportunity. So now is the time to win, you guys. I want to be pain-free and financially free, and we are on the road to freedom right now. Here is the thing I just showed you. Look at this and ask yourself, what am I going to invest in for my health? Am I going to invest in the silver pack because I'm a lone wolf? Am I married to somebody? You don't want to look like a movie star in 3 months and your husband still looks like he's 80 years old. Like, you're going to be looking better. You don't want him looking worse in 3 months. You got to get your head in the game. You know, you're frisky and he's not because you didn't give him the patch. Put the patch on the poor guy. Let's go. It's time to rock. Right? So gold, platinum, diamond, decide what's right for you guys. And I'm just going to tell you, from gold on up, I got 2 words: free patches. Free patches. At gold, you get an extra sleeve. At platinum, you get an extra 2 sleeves. And at diamond, look at, you spend $1,600, but you get 19 sleeves. You get 3 sleeves. Hold the number 3 up. You get 3 packs of sleeves for free. That's called building your business, right? All right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. It has been so much fun. I've never done one of these yet by myself for Steve and Gina. Jaime, Tammy, Connie, I am praying for you down there in Reno. Help all of those people. I'm just going to tell you, We have the absolute best team of light workers on the planet. I think Scott and I have sponsored probably 50 doctors. We have doctors that are standing in the gap, bridging from west to east to get people off those pills and get them on the patches, right? And so we are just working with our team. And if you're building this, you work with your team, okay? And we are here to win with you. Make sure that you guys take a picture of this, share this with your team every day of the week. Myself and Scott, Steve and Gina, Onyx, and LifeWave Corporate, all of them. I mean, I plug into LifeWave Corporate things because I love it. I think David Schmidt's a genius. I want to, whatever works for you to win with this, you choose what you want and you run at it. But all the things I'm showing you are a winning secret to success. It's like I just gave you the roadmap to the gold. It's like you guys just got that, right? So remember, every Saturday, if you guys are interested in really plugging into the business, get on the Saturday meetings. There's a 90-day launch to senior director. Listen, I don't want anybody on here tonight missing one more trip. Scott and I, we were the #1 enrollers by the grace of God to that Aruba trip. So thankful for that. And then we also already won that trip. There's next trip is to Sardinia, Italy. Do you guys know you only need to hit SPD for 6 weeks to win that trip? It's not until August. All of you on this should be on the beaches of Sardinia, Italy with me and Scott and our family. And we also found out they have boxing classes over there, David Schmidt says. So we're all going to be like in the ring boxing, I guess. It's going to be so much fun in Sardinia. So if you have, and I heard that the pasta and the pizza are so much better over there because they don't use any GMOs. So I can't wait to eat the food in Sardinia, Italy. We want you all with us. Jaime, Tammy, Connie, I know you guys are going to be. Run at it with all your heart. I love all of you. May the Lord bless you, keep you, and shine his face upon you all the days of your life. Get out there and be the light worker that God destined you to be, you guys. That's it from here. Have a great rest of the night.
Thank you.
Everybody. Clap for yourselves and say, God wants me to win. God wants me to win. Not to. I got the A team. I'm part of the A team, baby. Let's go. All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
To the person who invited you, get started tonight. Bye-bye.
Let's go.
Let's go.